this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
This is the Gianluca Di Tullio podcast. This is the Gianluca Di Tullio podcast.
This is the Gianluca Di Tullio podcast.
Brace for impact. You just landed on planet Di Tullio. Ha! Buckle up.
Welcome, guys. Oh, God. Welcome, guys. Welcome. That, I peaked there that right at the beginning. I could tell wholeheartedly that I peaked so much on that. So I apologize to your ears. Welcome to episode 2. Welcome back to the podcast. You might notice that we're in a different studio. We're not in a studio at all this time. Because I decided, dude, it's such a nice day outside. I'm going to go and film the podcast outside. And so that's what we're doing. So if you're watching the video of this, which it probably is the video that you're watching, to be honest, because I don't even know, I haven't figured out the whole podcast thing about putting it on Spotify and everything. I could put it on Spotify like if I wanted to, like that, with a snap. I could put it on Spotify if I wanted to. But the only thing is, I'm just thinking about the long-term goal of this podcast and the long-term, like, how this podcast is going to end up, you know? Because there's free platforms out there and there's lots of platforms to, like, put your stuff on Spotify. I'm trying to find the best one for Canadians and stuff. Because if this potentially, like, gets big, this podcast or whatever, you could make some money, with monetization, and it's obviously not about that. It's not about the money for this stuff, right? It's just like, just do it. It's just videos for people to watch. It's entertaining. They're fun to do. They're fun to make, and that's really what it's all about. But like, if it ever got to that point, like, I don't want to like have to like take all the episodes down and like move them on to like another thing to upload, and then like ads and like all that, and like I don't know. So I'm trying to figure out the right one to do. The right podcast platform, Buzzsprout, whatever, one of those ones, that's what comes up. But I don't know if like they support Canadian creators, creating Canadian podcasters. I don't know. I really don't know if they do. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. If that's a thing that I could do, potentially. So that's why right now, you know, this is not on Spotify or anything. I mean, I might as well just do it for at least the first 2 episodes. Just throw them up with Anchor. It's not sponsored by Anchor, obviously. Anchor, the free one that I used before to do my podcast, might as well just throw it up with that. So yeah, we're out here, we're filming outdoors. It's a nice day outside. It's hot as balls out here. Hot as balls? Yeah. I don't really know what hot as balls means, but that's what it is. You know, people just come up with these sayings and then they stick, and then they're hot as balls, like how balls stick. Okay, now it makes sense. It makes sense why it's called hot as balls. I'm going to stop saying that now. But, yeah, it's super hot out here, so I might regret by the end of this doing the podcast outside. But it looks like the sun is kind of going down. I don't know. I really don't know. But I just... Okay, see, now we're fucked. Now we're fucked, dude. I just fucked up the whole podcast here. This is why I can't move when I'm doing this stuff. See, I already regret doing it outside, dude. Alright, guys. Sorry about that little technical difficulties. I accidentally, like, kicked the camera. So we fucked it up. We're already fucking up on episode 2. We're already fucking up. I apologize for that. I knew. See, I regretted it instantly. I shouldn't have said that. The podcast got mad at me and said, why didn't you do it in the studio, you idiot? So now I feel like an idiot, and I had to cut the podcast, which we don't like to do. We like to keep this a raw podcast, but now I kind of fucked it up now. The level of swearing is high, I guess now. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I can't do the swearing. I don't know your ages. So if you know what's your age down below, leave it down below, because that was one thing I left out of the podcast. As you know, the podcast survey, I left that out last time. So, anyways, hot as balls out here, like I said. And yeah, I decided to do the podcast outside. It's beautiful out there. It's beautiful out today. Dude, I still can't talk. Is this going to be another podcast where I can't talk and I say a bunch of ums? I hope not. I hope not. Because I look like a douchebag already. So if I look like an even bigger douchebag where I can't say words, that's even worse. That's even worse, man. But you know what? Look. Do I look like a douchebag, or do I look like just some guy who's ready for the summer? Because that's what it is. It's super nice out here. Anyways, look, if you want me to take it off, if you want me to take out the sunglasses, that's fine too, but then I just can't see. I just can't see as well. So that's why we're not doing that. And look, I know, I seen the comments, guys. I seen the comments on the podcast like, hey dude, you gotta get a guest to stop your talking about random stuff, or just not talking at all, like the little times when you're just saying nothing. And to that I say no. I'll get a guest whenever I want a guest. But yeah, so see, like right there, I need a guest. Okay, so now just know every time anyone says, but yeah, so that means they need a guest on their podcast. Like literally anyone who says that ever on a talk show, interview, anything, they need a guest because they can't think. You know, when you're doing this stuff, you just can't think, apparently, and you just gotta go straight for it. But yeah. I still haven't seen a movie in like 2 weeks now. It's been like 2 weeks since. You know what? Let me just check actually how long it's been since I've seen a movie. It's got to be the same as last time, cuz I didn't see a film since last time I did this. But yep, Brick. It's still Brick from May 3rd. Haven't seen it. It's May 19th now. What's going on with me, dude? Am I a film major? Film TikToker or filmmaker anymore? I don't know. Haven't seen a film in that long. Not going to say 2 weeks or whatever, because it's probably longer now. Dude, it's about 2 weeks. Yeah. A little bit more, maybe. I don't know, man. I just been busy with work and stuff. And doing all this stuff too, eh? Planning all this stuff, and I'm getting tired earlier now. Going to sleep earlier. So just like life, you know? Life has been catching up. And that's what's been going on. You know, life catches up and you can't watch as many movies. But I like to watch one movie every day. But obviously that hasn't worked out, as you have previously seen on these 2 podcasts, that I have not seen a single movie in a day. What's your routine for watching movies? What do you guys do? Like, cause for me, what I do is I go through my watch list, and on Letterboxd I shuffle the watch list, and basically like I pick from the top first row of like the 5 movies that it gives me in the shuffle. And I'm like, yeah, that's one of the ones. That's mostly what I do when I pick a movie to watch. And then obviously if I can't find that movie, like it's on Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon, all the other platforms, if it's not on there, I just I just say, damn, okay, we gotta pick another one from the list. So then that's what I do, and I just shuffle it again. And that's my routine for picking a movie to watch. I used to have a thing where I would go through like decades. I would say, okay, so this week or like this day, I would go like Monday is a day to watch a film from the 1950s. And then I'd pick any film from my watch list from the 1950s, and I'd watch that on a Monday. Next day, Tuesday, is 1960s, 1970s, and so on and so forth. And then it would just repeat every week until obviously I'm done with all the films in my watch list that are 1950s and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool, but that obviously didn't last, because sometimes you're not in the mood for a 1950s movie, or so just something happens, you know? Other people are like, you're just watching movies with other people, and they're like, no, not 1950s today. So it would break the cycle, obviously. So that's not ideal. But that is a pretty cool way, I think, to choose a movie to watch. I also obviously debated just going through like the watch list like in order of like first movie ever that came out in the watch list, earliest film to like the newest film. But then obviously that you run into the same thing, like, oh, I'm getting tired of these 1800 films. Yes, I'm pretty sure I have 1800s films on my watch list. But yeah, that gets tiring. So like, what do you guys do? What do you do? Do some people go alphabetically, numerically? What do you do for choosing? Or do you just go, yeah, this is the movie today? Like, you just get a feeling. That's probably what makes the most sense. But then the problem is then you run into things like I want to rewatch this film today. But really you should be taking off 800 films off your watch list, which happens to me. And you just keep watching Back to the Future all the time, right? Doesn't that happen to you guys? Don't you just look at your watch list and then go, oh shit, I have 800 to go through. Nah, let me just watch Back to the Future. Does that happen to you guys? Probably not. Probably a lot of people just go, yeah, I'm going to rewatch Pulp Fiction today. Yay! I'm going to rewatch Pulp Fiction today, boys. Hey, bros, what should we watch? Oh, dude, and then they only pick between Pulp Fiction or Wolf of Wall Street, right? I don't know, I'm sorry to all the film bros out there. It's okay, guys. You like your movies and that's what you want to watch, that's fine. Just know you can watch other movies too at the same time. Yeah, man. I don't know, it's kind of cool being out in the nature here. Just get to bask in the glory of the nature. This is also probably a bad idea because then people are just gonna like, this is like where people see now people are gonna think they can just come outside while I'm out here. Because this obviously doesn't look like a traditional podcast studio. It just looks like, what the hell is this guy doing filming outside? So like my brother's just gonna probably just walk out here. Like, hey dude, what's up, man? He should know a little bit more. But like if someone else part of my family just walks out and is like, what are you doing? It's just gonna ruin the whole flow and I'm gonna have to cut the podcast. Which we don't like to do. We like to keep the raw podcast going. I know I cut out the little bit at the beginning because I obviously kicked the damn camera. And there's a helicopter above me. I don't know if you guys can hear the helicopter. Probably not. I don't know. I said probably not last time to when people were yelling in my house. But you could still hear that. So you could definitely hear this helicopter. Watch, I'm going to be editing this and you can't hear it. That's what's going to happen. I forgot what I was talking about. Watching movies? Yeah, I just been binge watching It's Always Sunny still, dude. That's all I've been doing. Still been binge watching and just been going to bed earlier, so I just haven't been watching movies and like I just been planning a lot of content and stuff. So that's what I've been doing. I got a couple video ideas that I wanna do on my YouTube. I wanna put out some videos that are like every Friday I want like some sort of specialty video that goes up. Something like a film challenge, something like a film tutorial, something along those lines that will go up on Friday. Because then obviously I have the vlogs that go in between and whatever. And then Friday's like the bigger video. So if I had a new short film coming out, if I had a feature film coming out, things like that, the bigger kind of videos, the ones that take longer to make, the ones that are a little bit more effort than vlogs and things like that, would come out on a Friday. Which that's what I'm planning to do. Planning, I guess, if you will. So I'm planning to do that. So I got a couple good ideas. If you guys have any other ideas for that, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll check them out. But I'm planning to do special videos on Friday on my YouTubes. One of them is I'm planning to do, you know what? I won't even tell you. But some sort of like cool. It should be fun. Should be fun to do. I haven't seen really anything like it. I mean, definitely there's things that are kind of related to it, you know, that have been done. But I'm just gonna leave it at that and make it, and then you guys will see what I'm talking about when I do that. for the rest of this podcast, I thought we would do. This is also going to be a short one. So I thought what we would do is I'll just answer a bunch of TikTok questions on my podcast right now. That's what I thought we'd do. I'll just answer a bunch of TikTok questions that you guys sent in on TikTok and whatever. I'll answer them on the podcast. It's obviously not live, but I'll answer them on the podcast, and then I'll probably post clips of them on TikTok anyways. But if you're watching the podcast, you get to see them all in their glory, and you get to see a bunch of TikTok questions in the next 10 minutes of whatever I'm doing. So let's get to that. I'm gonna find some TikTok questions, and I'm just gonna answer them live on here right now. Let's do that. Also, if you're not following me on TikTok, it doesn't really make any sense. I mean, you're probably all from TikTok, but if you're not, it's Gianluca.Di Tullio. So go over there, smash the follow button on there, and let me know. Okay, so I'm gonna go in the Q&A first, and let's see if we have any questions that I can answer from TikTok on here. Okay, so overrated or underrated Sons of Anarchy. Okay, so guys, hold on. This is the first overrated or underrated on a podcast ever. And I think it's a good idea because you guys like to see these things. So we'll just go through my things here and I'll answer them. And then obviously I'll split this up into clips and make it on a TikTok video because that's what it's all about. And that's where most people see this stuff. So overrated or underrated Sons of Anarchy. Okay, so first of all, I haven't seen Sons of Anarchy, so I can't really give an overrated or underrated on this one, obviously. So yeah, I haven't seen it. As you guys know, I haven't seen a lot of TV. So yeah, it's neither because I haven't seen any of them. So it's no answer on this one. Sons of Anarchy, no answer. Haven't seen it. I know a couple of people that like it, but haven't seen it. Alright, here we go. Here's another TikTok question. Opinion on Justice League Zack Snyder cut. Okay, so I answered a TikTok question about this a while ago. I still haven't seen the full Snyder cut. I haven't. I guess I just gave up. So, that's my answer. But let me know, guys. Let me know down in the comments if I should continue watching the Snyder cut. I mean, I hear it's worth it. But maybe I should just leave the other half for like a time that it's worth it. No, I also hear the other half is like way better than the first half, which like usually makes sense, you know. Usually the climax and things like that in the middle of the film are a little bit better. Oh, another thing also, what's your favorite part of a film? What is your favorite part of a film? The introduction, the beginning of the film, the middle of the film, or the end of the film? Most people, I think, would say the ending. Like, it makes sense. The climax, it's the big finale. It's the best part of the film, right? Like, that's the film. That's that's the journey. That's what you're waiting for the end of the movie. But one thing about me is, okay, I think I can take these off now. It's not too sunny. One thing about me is I really love the beginning of films. There's just something about like the beginning of a film that I don't know. Like I tend to like the beginning of films. I think there's some directors and some films where they capture the beginning of a film like perfectly. I guess you have to see the ending to like know that it's the perfect beginning to a film, but like I don't know, there's just something that gets me with the opening of films. There's like opening shots. Maybe I just like really good opening shots or something like that. I don't know, but like to me, that's my favorite part is usually the opening of a film. But let me know guys down in the comments what your favorite part of a film is, I guess. Okay, so Star Wars or Marvel? Star Wars. No, just kidding. As you also know, I haven't really seen Star Wars. People like to ask me questions of things I haven't seen, which makes me question that I probably should see these things. I mean, I should see Star Wars. I mean, I fucking know that one. Okay? Give me a break. I just haven't seen it. Okay? I haven't seen Star Wars. I'm sorry. I saw Star Wars like I saw one of them when I was younger. And that's like the only one that I watched. But now I haven't. Like, I just haven't watched them. There's a couple people who haven't seen Star Wars out there. Okay, give me a break. I know I'm a film major and I should probably see Star Wars. It just really doesn't make any sense that I haven't. So I probably should. Robert De Niro. Top 10 best actors of all time. Agree or disagree? I agree. He's easily in the top 10 best actors of all time. He easily is. And that's it. Robert De Niro. Top 10 best actors of all time. He is. He is in the top 10. I agree. Let me know down in the comments. If you guys agree. Let's see what else we got here. Opinions on all Rocky / Creed movies. Okay, so all the Rocky movies are the Rocky movies. They're amazing. They're Rocky movies, dude. Like, how can you go wrong? There's bugs crawling on me. How can you go wrong with the Rocky movies? The original, amazing. I personally like the second one a lot. There's a lot of people I know that love the fourth. Obviously some of them are obviously not as good as the first one and like whatever. I like the second one a lot, so I like the second one. The Creed films, I enjoyed them both. I enjoyed both Creed films as well. There's the new one coming out as well. Creed, the first Creed, I think was a little bit better if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're enjoyable. They're enjoyable films. Obviously, they're not masterpieces. They're classics. They're nostalgic for some people, and they're enjoyable to watch. You know. What else do we got here? What else do we got here? What else do we got here? Yeah. Rami Malek, overrated or underrated? Okay, so this, I don't know who Rami Malek is. This guy spelled Rami Malek as Remi. Okay, so I'm pretty sure his name is spelled with an A. Yep, it is. Rami Malek. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, spell the name right first if you're going to ask me a question, and okay, I know it probably was just a mistake. I'm sorry, guy. But yeah, Rami Malek, overrated or underrated? You know what? He's pretty like properly rated at this point. He's got some decent roles, Freddie Mercury, things like that. He's in Mr. Robot, which I started Mr. Robot in high school. Thought it was really good. Never finished it. Here's another thing I haven't finished, guys. I know this doesn't look good on me at all. But Rami Malek, pretty properly rated. You know, I think he's pretty good. He's a pretty good actor. What about that Bohemian Rhapsody movie though? Eh? That though, that is a whole different story now. You know, he was amazing in that. Pretty good in that, of course. Played Freddie Mercury pretty good. But the whole film though is not that good. Now, see, the first time when I saw it, I was like, you know what? It's not that bad. Whatever. You know, it was enjoyable. It was like, you know what? It was an okay film. It was an okay film to see. But after watching it again and like reading about it and like how like some of the things are like not accurate, and like I think most of the things were not accurate in the film, I was like, okay, well, they could have did a little bit better then. You know, they could have did a little bit better if the things are not accurate. Like, I know it's a movie, but like, come on, just make them accurate. Just make everything accurate. Why not? This is what this is. It's the biopic. Is that what it's called? Is that what it would be? What just fell on me? Is that what it would be? Would it be a biopic? Let me know down in the comments. Is it a biopic? Biographical film, I guess. Whatever. Biopic. But yeah. The editing too. What about how like apparently it's the worst edited movie? There's like a clip online with like a dinner scene and like there's like 50,000 cuts in that scene for some reason. They just decided, let's cut it 50 times. Yeah. Let's do that, dude. It's got to look like the scene where Liam Neeson is jumping over the fence. Have you guys seen that clip? Have you seen the clip where he's jumping over the fence. Liam Neeson in Taken. Liam Neeson jumps over a fence. Liam Neeson jumps a fence. Brian Mills. Okay, so this is it here. Oh my god, they have it for 10 hours. Taken 3 fence jump scene, 10 hours long. Imagine sitting there and watching that for 10. Okay, so let's watch the 7-second one. Why is there so many cuts for him? Why is there so many cuts for him jumping a fence? How many cuts? We're gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't even count them. There's at least like 15 cuts there for this guy jumping a fence. I don't understand why they decided that was cinematic. Yeah, let's cut it 50 times. Like, why did they how many times did they film that? How many times do you think they filmed that? That they filmed that scene? What do you think? Do you think that they oh my god, I'm tilting. Do you think that they reshot it like 15 times from all those angles? Or do you think they had like 15 cameras set up just for a guy to jump a fence? That it had like, I don't know, man. That has to be put in there for like the meme, man. Dude, over 15 cuts for a guy jumping a fence? Let's count it. Let's count how many actual cuts there are. I'm gonna count the first shot too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so I was right. 15 cuts for this guy jumping a fence. There's like a 2-second cut of him. There's like a 2-second cut of just his leg swinging slightly for some reason. Like, at least that one didn't need a cut. This whole thing, I would have done it in one shot. Okay? Like, I don't know why they needed 15 cuts. Who's watching the 10-hour version? Okay? Let me down below how many of you have been watching 10-hour version. Yeah, look at this guy. I paid for 15 cameras. I'm using 15 cameras. Fair enough, fair enough. The best part is when the dog go woof. The best part is when the dog go woof in that scene. Okay, another helicopter went over. You probably can't hear me. Yay. Yay, dude. I gotta stop. Jumps over a fence, man. What if I do a challenge where like I just film every scene with 15 cameras and edit it like that? Would you guys like to see that? Would you want to see me edit a scene with 15 cameras? Film a single scene with 15 cameras and edit it. I think that would just be hell. Because I know in my mind, I only need 2. I only need 1 camera, to be honest. That hurts me because I like to just film with... I only like to film with 1 camera, dude. Not 1 camera. I sound like an idiot. Because most things are done with 1 camera usually. Not really, but I sound like an idiot. I mean, I like to do as minimal shots as possible. I think you can get a lot out of just 1 shot usually. I think, you know what I mean? Like, that shot is only a 1-shot thing. A guy jumping a fence. Why does it need 15 cuts? Maybe 2. Maybe 2 if you want to hype it up a little bit more. 3. Whatever, sure. I'm going to end up going up to 15. You don't need 15 shots for that, okay? That's crazy. No wonder that's not as good of a film as the first one. There's other reasons why it's not, but yeah, dude, I think we're over like 30 minutes now for this podcast, and you guys are probably bored as hell. I could still go and keep talking. But the sun's going down. I'm hungry. And this has been fun talking. It's been fun talking. Let me know if you guys liked the outdoor podcast vibe. I probably won't do it again unless it's really nice or it's like a special fucking day. There's birds. The birds, they're telling me, get your ass inside. We're done with the podcast. They're telling me we're done. And that's it, guys. So, yeah. Like, subscribe, comment. Follow me on TikTok for more. Follow me here. Follow me on Instagram. Wherever you want to follow me. Let me know if you like the TikTok questions on the podcast. Let me know what your favorite part of this podcast was. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Peace.